Hi, everybody. Welcome to my homestead and welcome to my channel. My name is Jared. Today I woke up, I was going through my emails, and somebody pointed me to the Worldwide Relief Society Devotional and Testimony meeting. And I watched President Nelson's talk looking for any gems to share on the channel. And once again, he was emphasizing the role of the women of the church in gathering scattered Israel. And it hit me. I had the prompting to do something. So you might remember that toward the beginning of my channel, as my channel was starting to grow, I offered to interview people that wanted to start up their own YouTube channels and try and help them along. And I interviewed both brethren in the church, but also there was a time where I specifically focused on the sisters, especially after the I'll show you right now. This is the April 2022 General Conference, and there was a women's session. That was the Saturday evening session, and the central focus of that session was this video called "You Are the Women He Foresaw." So after I saw this, that's when I decided I wanted to exclusively focus on women in my audience that wanted to start their own YouTube channels and to help them grow that channel. So it says in 1979, President Spencer W. Kimball was in the hospital and asked his wife Camilla to read his talk to a general women's meeting. Okay, Sister Camilla Kimball, quote, "Much of the major growth that is coming to the church in the last days will come because many of the good women of the world, in whom there is often such an inner sense of spirituality, will be drawn to the church in large numbers. This will happen to the degree that the women of the church reflect righteousness and articulateness in their lives, and to the degree that the women of the church are seen as distinct and different in happy ways from the women of the world." And then after that, it goes to President Nelson. "My dear sisters, you who are our vital associates during this winding up scene, the day that President Kimball foresaw is today. You are the women he foresaw." So that's when I was like, okay, there's going to be a period of time here where I'm just going to interview women in my audience that want to start up their own YouTube channels, and we let that play out. And a lot of them did well, especially Christian Fire Poppy. She's like really taken off, and she continues to have a successful channel. In fact, I'm going to be interviewing her in 10 days because we have a lot to talk about in regards to the Kirtland Temple and just everything that's been going on lately. But after a time, I kind of closed it down. In fact, I pretty much stopped doing interviews altogether, just because it ended up just being too much. Like, this isn't really an interview channel. And part of that is because, like, for some reason, people aren't really interested whenever I do interviews. I don't know if I just don't have the conversational skills to keep people interested like other channels do. And that's okay, because we all have our own gifts and talents. But of course, I wanted to keep interviewing Rabbi Gerfine because I want to keep, taking advantage of his knowledge of Judaism and him being there in Jerusalem. I can't let that go. So, but for the most part, I stopped doing the interviews, just occasional interviews, sometimes with, the Last Dispensation channel, my friend Troy. And then, but after listening to President Nelson's talk at the devotional, I was like, you know what? I should probably do it again, because, I'm a big advocate for us using this technology to further, the mission of the church. We've covered a number of times how the reason why we probably have this technology, why technology really took off from the time of the first vision until now, almost certainly is to because of the Lord, because of his inspiration to get prepared for the second coming and to spread the gospel. And now we have the internet, which is a very, very powerful tool. And I think all of us, in whatever way we can, should be using this tool. The Lord has prepared it for us. It's the most incredible tool that we could possibly use. One of the most incredible, because we can reach all the way around the world with it. And so I think that we should do that. I've always felt also like it's great doing a YouTube channel, but you can do more than just typical YouTube videos. For example, I started doing the Flood the Earth challenge, that kind of just happened naturally because I got an email from somebody. Got an email from somebody that pointed me to Elder Razban's talk where he talked about using the Gospel Library app to share the Book of Mormon app. When you go to the Gospel Library app and you go to Scriptures, you'll see that there's a button that says share to share the Book of Mormon, and then it gives you a link that you can email or text or put on your social media. So YouTube doesn't just have to be videos and presentations; it can be other things too. And so that's what I want to do with this. I feel like President Nelson, he keeps emphasizing how important women are right now before the second coming in gathering scattered Israel. And so I just felt like, okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. So if you'd be interested in doing a YouTube channel or a blog or something like that, I would not mind interviewing you, promoting your channel. But this time I'm going to have some requirements before we get to the point where we do an interview. So listen carefully. You'll either need to do 3 videos a week for 3 weeks. So that's a total of 9 videos, but 3 per week for 3 weeks. Or if you want to fast track it a little bit, 5 videos a week for 2 weeks for a total of 10. So again, 3 videos a week for 3 weeks or 5 videos a week for 2 weeks. Or if somehow you just like start taking off and you get to 1,000 subscribers, then if you get to 1,000 subscribers, regardless of how many videos you have, we can do it at that point. So those are the 3 things: 3 videos a week for 3 weeks, or 5 videos a week for 2 weeks, or 1,000 subscribers. Because what I'm looking to do is really get people to start successful YouTube channels. And that takes consistency and frequency. So I'm not looking to promote like one-time presentations, that are like 9 videos long. I'm wanting to promote people that are going to be doing YouTube channels similar to what I do, similar to what Christian Fire Poppy does, similar to what Troy from The Last Dispensation does, and other channels where you're consistently, like, you're committed to doing a YouTube channel for the long haul. So make sure that you're wanting to do this, that you're committed and dedicated. And once you hit one of those 3 thresholds, then I will promote your channel. And typically what will happen is, especially if people like what you have to present and they think that you're interesting, a lot of times people will subscribe to your channel. And so that's why I would do this, is to help grow your channel. But I think it's really important. It doesn't matter what the topic is, it doesn't have to be about the second coming. I think one that is really, excuse me, I feel like one style of channel that's really good is, and I've seen this a couple times, where you have women that do like gardening, or they do makeup, or they do like homemaking type channels, where you have other people that aren't necessarily members of the church that may be interested in your videos. Because I've seen women that have done that. There was one in particular, she was doing really good. She was doing makeup and just like kind of like a vlog, like a personal vlog. And she had, it was basically LDS themed. It was like LDS themed. She would share spiritual thoughts and stuff like that, but she would also do like, outfits and hairstyles and whatever. And she brought in a lot of people that were not members of the church. So there's different things that you can do. You can do something like that. If you have like a homestead or you have a garden, you can do that. Or if you're, really interested in like genealogy, for example, I have Joni, the Joyous Genealogist, that she has her channel and it's about genealogy and she's doing good. So whatever, like there's no limit to what you can do, but I'm wanting to help our church, and especially the women of the church, have more of a presence on YouTube. Or again, if you have a blog, then I can, if you have a blog, I'll just, I won't mind just promoting that. There's no threshold for a blog, but for YouTube, yes. So, if you're having any sort of like inkling at all to this, at all, pray about it. Obviously, pray and make sure it's right for you. And it probably is. I think there's a lot of people that should be doing things that they're not. You know, President Nelson has talked about the fact, and he said this during this Relief Society devotional, that you've been sent here at a particular time because you're vital to this work right now. You have a mission to perform, and there's probably multiple things that you're supposed to complete within your lifetime. And this may be one of them, you know, taking advantage of the technology and having your voice be heard, um, you know, sharing things with the world, attracting the other good women of the world into the church. And I have good reason to believe that the church really does expect a lot of growth. There's some things I can say and some things that I can't. What I can say, we've looked at the fact that President Nelson on Facebook, I think this was in 2018, maybe it was 2019. He said that we're just at the exponential phase of growth, which is quite the statement because exponential growth is like growth that really takes off. We have Brad Wilcox during that fireside where he was talking about the second coming and how in a day there's going to be 2 billion people that want to join the church because the Savior's going to identify himself with our church. Um, oh gosh, there was, oh yeah. And then President Jeffrey Holland, when he rededicated the St. George Temple, there was an interview that he did with, like, I think it was KSL, I'm not sure. But he was talking about the fact that, you know, the church is building so many temples. And he said that it's because the church is expecting very large numbers of people to be having their temple experiences. And he like really stressed the word very, as in like growth. So it's coming, and your part is undoubtedly vital. So think about it, pray about it, just start doing it. You know, when I started this channel, I wasn't thinking about it ahead of time. It was just like basically off of a prompting. Uh, at risk of being a broken record again, we were just coming home one night from doing errands or something like that, and we parked. And then I was looking at our our garage where we have a couple workshops and a chicken coop. Well, one workshop was being used as a chicken coop. I was like looking at it, and I just like felt like, you know, go record a video. Just like take your phone, go over there. I didn't have the video on myself. I had it on the chickens, and I just talked as I like showed everybody my chickens. And that's what started my channel. And just like step by step, like little steps, it grew into what it is right now. And I have no idea where it's going to go, but I'm excited to see. But it doesn't have to start out all like amazing. It can just be with your phone. That's literally like all I did for the first few, like maybe couple weeks on my channel, is I just recorded with my phone. I just go outside and do stuff on the homestead and show the homestead and talk about uh, church news or my thoughts about the second coming. But then I later decided to learn how to like do screen recording, which that comes automatically if you have Windows. You just hold down the window button and then push G, and it brings up like a built-in thing to record your screen. But there's also like what I'm using right now called OBS, like Oscar Bravo Sierra. It's free software. It's what a lot of people use for doing streaming, but also you can record your screen with it. It's free. It may look intimidating at first, but it really isn't. It's pretty simple. Just watch some YouTube videos and it'll explain how to use OBS. And it's like, you know, whenever you get like some you know, some electronic thing where there's like all these buttons and stuff like that, but when you actually use it, you don't use like probably 80% of those buttons. That's like what OBS is. So don't let it intimidate you. But there's like lots of different software out there. So it's really not that hard. It can be just as simple as just using your phone. And a lot of times just using your phone is adequate. I've seen other channels that's all they do. All they do is just use their phone. So it doesn't have to be fancy. It's YouTube. This isn't like primetime TV. It's YouTube. And people know that. And they come here expecting that kind of quality. And they're just more interested in what you have to share and what you have to say. So that's why I don't stress too much about the quality of my channel as far as like presenting it. I'm more interested in doing the research and quickly sharing that with you and doing as much research as possible rather than, spending all this time editing videos and having it all polished and stuff like that. There's like a time and place for that, for certain channels, but not my channel. My channel, I don't need to do that, and I'm not going to do that. So anyway, sisters, think about it. If you're male, sorry, I may do that again in the future sometime, and it'll probably be very limited. I'm only doing this right now because of President Nelson and his devotional. So, and this is only going to go for a short while, like probably, I don't know, I'll probably keep this window open for like a couple months, and then I'll like stop because I can't do it forever. So you'll need to decide now if you want to do it, because I'm not going to like keep the window open forever. And I'm wanting only people that are serious about it, that really intend to start a YouTube channel that's going to be successful. I thought there was like something else I was going to say. Yeah. And also I can only give so much advice. Like, again, I have a lot of different things I have to do. I have this YouTube channel, I have the homestead, I have my family, I have like all these things. So I can't really walk you through how to do everything. I'll do what I can, but do not rely on that. Just go to YouTube. There's like a billion people that will explain things to you if you have questions about this or that. Okay. And feel free also to copy the style of my channel. You can start your own spreadsheet. You can do it exactly how I do. I don't care. In fact, I invite people to copy my spreadsheets, but you can do exactly what I'm doing and talk about the exact same things that I am. That's what Christian Fire Poppy does. Like, we talk about the same things, and a lot of times she'll have a different perspective on something or dig something up that I didn't think to look at. So just, if you want to do exactly what I'm doing and cover the same things I am, there's no problem with that. So, okay, I think that's it. So I'll look forward to talking to some of you. I hope that you decide to take advantage of this and, fulfill your mission on earth to use technology to share the gospel. But yeah. Okay, so that'll be it for this one. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, like this video if you liked it, leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Also make sure to share it, and I'll talk to you guys later.